Hello, film clubbers! Say hello to the equipment bag, the magical Mary Poppins bag of the holy equipment to use for filming. For those who have made movies with me before, you've probably seen this equipment bag. I carry it with me everywhere. It is pretty neat. So this is a guide to the equipment bag. You're a director, you have to worry about a lot of things. So this bag, and what is in it, is the basic equipment a director should worry about when filming. So first off, you need a bag. Well, I can check that off my list. Then we have to open the bag and look, it's already packed, like I totally do this all the time already. First off, I have what I call a project binder. These binders hold all paper documents I have involving a screenplay. What I have here is the project binder for Frankenstein in College, where I have all rough drafts and production documents. But it also holds onto the film's screenplay. During a production, I typically only hold the physical screenplay in this binder, as I think having a physical screenplay helps a ton with filming. So I can write notes and other stuff. Like I never do that. Next up, we have a clapperboard, if you like one. It is an iconic image of the filmmaking industry. You see, it opens and closes. That's it. I actually don't use this much on set. It is cool, but due to our smaller scale productions, I found it incredibly easy to sync the audio and visuals while editing, and man, this thing can really clutter up the set, especially since our sets tend to be smaller areas. If you want it, awesome. If you don't worry. Next up, we have a microphone. Yeah. Over the course of student filmmaking at the New Ames Film Club, we've used a variety of different microphone types. Sometimes we just place a phone on set and record the audio through it. Other times we've used this old podcasting microphone connected through an adapter and recorded off screen, but also close to the point of focus. And then most recently I bought this boom mic, which goes on top of my camera. All have their own drawbacks. I'm currently still learning the boom mic, and it is a little funny. Podcast mic was so good, but it had limited range. But the boom mic has a massive range. We filmed a scene at Applebee's, and I could hear the people at the tables around us just as good as the actors in front of the camera. But then what about the camera? Well, that's its own thing with its own bag. Either you're filmed with your phone, which Frankenstein and Yevgeny were filmed with my iPhone, while Mission Impossible is filmed with a Canon camera, and its sequel is being filmed with the Panasonic G7. I think actual cameras offer a lot more creative freedom with stuff, but they can be a bit pricey, and I 100% recommend having its over-the-shoulder sling bag, so you don't have to worry about it crashing around the equipment bag. However, in order to use a camera, you need to have a bit more experience. I highly recommend being educated in how to use a camera. Other stuff which you can bring is some sort of writing utensils if you want to add any notes to your screenplay, charging cables and other little stuff so any electronic stuff you have doesn't, die. Sometimes I'd bring my iPad on set to connect to the podcast microphone or bring a personal laptop for other things. I also have this nice lighting rig which is a wee bit broken. We were on our way to film the fight scene for Yevgeny. I slipped while hiking and the clear plate on the thing fell off and just slid away and vanished. But hey, the LED lights offer some nice colors and depth to some shots. However, I'm trying to get some which are not LED because they tend to have more of a solid look on an object when I want smoother lighting. Recently, I've begun working on storyboards for my films. I brought that sketchbook with me for when we are filming to help plan out shots beforehand and let me focus more on directing the actors instead of how am I going to shoot this. And finally, bring any props for the scene which you're filming. Production schedule to the rescue. Oh, and tripod. That's also its own thing. That is the filmmaking equipment bag. Kinda cool, I'd say. I just hope it helps you avoid the heaps amount of... But you should be fine.